Coming up on Good Morning Longhorns, have you cast your ballot yet? We're just 6 days out from Election Day. The latest on the race for the White House and for Austin's next mayor.
And a car crashed into the campus crossing station last weekend, causing it to crumble. More on the repair efforts and the familiar face who's still keeping students safe.
Our Longhorns beat Vanderbilt by a slim margin, but it's still a ranked road victory. What it means for Texas's playoff hopes.
Have you seen it? A big moment for Good Morning Longhorns last week as we interviewed today's show's Hoda Kotb and Jenna Bush Hager. A first look at the clips and a peek inside our wild morning.
And finally, happy Halloween. If you haven't carved or decorated your pumpkins yet for this year, stay tuned. We've got you covered with design ideas you won't want to miss. All this and more, right here, right now on Good Morning Longhorns. Good Morning Longhorns for this Wednesday, October 30th. I'm Paulina Pearson.
And I'm Itza Martinez. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Paulina, how are you doing this week?
I'm doing good. I'm a little tired because I had a crazy weekend, but we'll get more into that. What about you?
You know, I can say the same, but you guys will hear more about our crazy week last week as we get into the show. Now let's take it to campus. So early voting is underway on campus and around Texas, and with less than a week until Election Day, it has been record-breaking.
Nearly 30% of registered voters in the state cast their ballots within the first week of early voting.
Our Gracie Kirshner joins us live in the studio this morning to break down the numbers and what this might mean for election results. Gracie, have you voted yet, and how busy were the lines?
I actually haven't gone to vote yet, but I'm planning to go after class today, don't worry. It seems like a lot of people are making a plan to early vote before polls close this Friday. Turnout for this election is on pace to surpass the record-breaking levels of the 2020 election. So, what does this mean for results? Well, one thing is for certain, people from all sides are turning out this time around. In 2020, Trump told his supporters not to come out early to the polls, and this year he's actually encouraging them to. And they are listening. Republicans make up 35% of the early vote this year, up 6% from 2020. More Republicans than ever before are hitting the polls in key battleground states like North Carolina, Arizona, Pennsylvania, and Nevada. But Democrats aren't backing down. They are still banking more early votes overall. Elif Paynek with the University Democrats says this election is motivating voters.
This race is really exciting to a lot of people. The presidential race is, the Senate race is. It's inciting a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of activism. A lot of people are getting involved that haven't gotten involved ever before.
And despite their efforts, Ted Cruz is still leading by 4% in the polls over Colin Elred in the Senate race. According to the polls, Harris has a less than 1% lead over Trump, but Trump might have the edge in some key swing states needed to win. Nothing is for sure yet other than that every vote still counts. So if you're still heading out to vote, make sure to remember your government ID and don't wear any political clothing or merchandise. Back to you.
Thank you, Gracie. As we've seen over the past week, students have been jumping in line to cast their ballots early.
TSTV News' Justin Dowd has been across Texas covering this election cycle for us. And this week, he's on campus talking with students about what's motivating them to get out early.
Here at the Texas Union, first-time voters are facing long lines as early voting kicks off across the state. Students say that while lines can be intimidating, they're committed to casting their ballot, and that's exactly what they've done. In the first 5 days of early voting, about 20% of registered voters in Travis County cast their ballots. More than 6,000 people have already voted on the UT campus, the majority of which cast their vote at the Texas Union. For some, the consistent lines have been daunting, but they cast their vote regardless.
Honestly, the line is kind of intimidating, but I think I was only waiting in there for like maybe 10, 20 minutes. All the voter assistants are very nice. You know, they'll help you if you got questions, but the process is like pretty smooth.
This election is the Union's first time being utilized as a polling location. Previously, the Flan Academic Center housed UT's main polling center, but it was relocated due to planned construction, according to the university. In addition to the Union, the LBJ School of Public Affairs is also available for voters. As students brave long lines ahead of Election Day, they told us why they feel it's worth the wait.
Honestly, I just think it's important because we all live in a government and we're all going to be affected by it, so it's just important to vote, you know, exercise your civic duty and stuff.
There's a lot of important things that are at stake, especially right now, during the presidential election. So that was my main motivation. I want my voice to be heard.
Early voting lasts until November 1st, and Election Day is November 5th. For TSTV News, I'm Justin Dowd.
Thanks, Justin. Former President Donald Trump and Vice President Kamala Harris both held campaign stops in Texas on Friday. Trump sat for a recording of the Joe Rogan podcast in Austin and held an event with Senator Ted Cruz, while Harris campaigned alongside Beyonce and Senate Challenger Representative Colin Allred. Country legend Willie Nelson also appeared.
Harris's rally centered on reproductive rights and contained more personal narratives and experiences than other stops on the campaign trail, including remarks from OB-GYNs and women directly affected by abortion restrictions.
And a reminder that if you haven't yet cast your ballot, there's still time to do so. Early voting continues through Friday. For more details about all the races we're watching, including an in-depth look at the race for Austin's next mayor, check out our full breakdown online at tstv.news.
And as the results come in next Tuesday night, we'll be bringing you the latest information live here on TSTV. Join us for an action-packed special bringing you expert analysis from right here at the Moody College of Communication. That all kicks off as the polls close next Tuesday at 8 p.m. Meantime, the student leader of the Campus Palestine Solidarity Committee was placed on deferred suspension from the university last week. Amr Kadumi, a senior who was arrested during a pro-Palestinian protest in April, was suspended until next August, according to the Austin American-Statesman. The Student Conduct Board, which reached this decision, agreed that although Kadumi was not responsible for inciting disruptive conduct, he was still found to have failed to comply with university rules. Kadumi's lawyer has reportedly filed a restraining order to prevent UT from enforcing this suspension. That order was denied.
And a nasty crash on UT's campus late Saturday night as a car flew into a parking kiosk window. In photos flooding social media, you can see the car rammed through the glass, taking out the Texas sign and crushing the booth's foundation.
Crews were out boarding up the kiosk along 24th and Wittes Avenue Monday morning. But still, Michael Shaw, a longtime parking attendant known for greeting and fist-bumping students at the crosswalk each day, is still in action with the tent as his temporary setup. There's no word yet on what caused the crash.
10 Texas State University students are facing charges after being caught stealing Halloween decorations from homes in Kyle, Texas. According to Fox 7, these students admitted to stealing the decorations and since have been charged with organized criminal activity, theft of property, and criminal mischief. In the truck the students were driving, officers found alcohol, THC, and a fake ID. 2 of them are now also facing charges for possession of a controlled substance and possessing a fake ID.
Back here at UT, the Hindu Student Association held their annual Diwali party last Friday in front of the tower. Diwali, a Hindu festival also known as the Festival of Lights, is this Friday. Those who celebrate Diwali dress up in Indian clothing and light fireworks and candles. The event had performances from Bollywood dance teams, henna stations, and a fireworks show. In honor of Diwali this year, Mattel has also released a new Diwali Barbie. The Barbie's outfit is designed by a famous Indian designer, Anita Dongre. It sold out in just 24 hours. Happy Diwali to those who celebrate.
It's a festive time across the city with Dia de los Muertos celebrations getting underway around Austin. Here's an event to throw on your calendar. The Emma S. Barrientos Mexican American Cultural Center is hosting its 17th annual Dia de los Muertos celebration on Saturday from 2 to 8 p.m. The celebration welcomes the memories of loved ones with Day of the Dead altars, art, and activities.
Plus, the city's largest and longest-running Day of the Dead festival, the Viva la Vida Festival and Parade, just came to town last Saturday. The festival traversed Congress Avenue and kicked off with a parade traveling west on 6th with traditional clothing and live performances.
And speaking of things happening around Austin, if you tuned into the Today Show at 11 a.m. last Thursday, you may have seen Hoda Kotb and Jenna Bush-Hager right here in the Lone Star State. This was part of the first ever Making Space Wellness event. They hit up spots like El Arroyo, Mean-Eyed Cat, and Jenna's high school, Austin High.
The duo also hosted a live audience at the Long Center for their show with special guests like Matthew McConaughey and the Longhorn Spirit Team.
What's it like being on your old stomping grounds as an old UT? What's it like being on your old... What's it like being on your old... What's it like being on your old stomping grounds as an old UT student?
I'm so welcome. I'm so happy to be back. Actually, I was here this summer and I walked past my apartment that I shared with my best friend senior year, and I took a selfie, and I was like, you guys, this looks a little worse for wear, and they go, Jenna, it looks exactly like what it looks like.
Good thing you're going to miss the guys besides spending everything.
That is the family. Sorry, that's exactly what it is, because it's like if you've had a best friend or you have a best friend in your life, somebody you're so close to, every single day you share. Like we share every single day. Sometimes we leave on the sets because there's so much love between us. So I'm going to miss the proximity.
This was just such a surreal moment for me. I'm sure it was for you too. Hoda literally even gave me a friendship bracelet when I told her that I was going to the Eras tour. Like, I still have it in my room. I'm literally never getting rid of that thing.
No, exactly. Like this, we just wanted to get right into this. That's how eager we were to talk about it. But I just feel like for both of us, I mean, you've been here since the beginning, since your freshman year. I joined second semester of my freshman year. And, you know, the Today Show is kind of the big show we all look up to here at Good Morning Longhorns. So to have that moment with them was just a full circle moment, and I think we're going to remember that.
Oh yeah, for sure. And it was so like cool hearing about like how fun like Jenna's having at the little spots she used to hit up, like, because that's, you know, what we're doing now as students. So it was so cool to talk to her about that. But yeah, so after the break, we'll let you know if another cold front is coming to Austin as we get ready to fall back this weekend. Your full forecast is next.
Welcome back. Joining us on set to tell us what's happening back here locally is Caitlin Gajevich. Good morning, Caitlin.
Good morning, Longhorns. It looks like Halloween weekend will be bringing in some clouds as Austin will finally be seeing rain after what felt like months of only sun. For the rest of the week, we should be expecting thunderstorms and clouds, although the temperatures will remain hot with highs in the low 80s and lows in the high 60s. Today, we will have a high of 89 and a low of 71 with partly cloudy skies. Tomorrow, we will have a high of 83 and low of 70, but are expecting some rain starting in the morning. And looking at the weekend, the rain is expected to continue, so don't forget to bring an umbrella if you plan to be outside. The highs should remain in the 80s with lows in the 70s. This Sunday is also daylight savings, so enjoy an extra hour of sleep as the clocks turn back an hour. That's all from me, and stay dry this weekend, Longhorns. I'm Caitlin Gajevich in the Weather Center. Back to you, Paulina.
Thanks, Caitlin. In sports this morning, the Longhorns scored a crucial win on Saturday, beating number 25 Vanderbilt on the road 27-24. Quinn Ewers had 288 yards for 3 passing touchdowns and 2 interceptions.
But Longhorn students did not like how close that game was. While they're taking the win, fans are also still upset with how Ewers is playing. Texas has a bye week, so hopefully Ewers can rally the team for a strong performance against Florida on November 9th.
Despite the win, Texas dropped 1 spot to number 6 in the rankings. We're now over halfway through season, so it's time to take a look at the Horns' playoff hopes in the SEC. If Texas can win out in the regular season, plus win the conference championship, they're in.
A reminder that this year there is a 12-team playoff currently. 4 SEC teams stand in the top 12. That's Texas, Georgia, Tennessee, and Texas A&M. Teams like Alabama or LSU could sneak in. Lots to keep our eyes on in college football. What do you think about all this, Paulina?
Yeah, that is for sure. I wasn't really closely watching the game, but I was, checking the score continually, and I was like, ooh, I was getting a little nervous at times because of our loss with Georgia. I was like,
absolutely, a little too close for comfort.
Yeah, exactly. And it's on to Game 5 in the World Series, where the New York Yankees are facing the Los Angeles Dodgers. The Dodgers currently lead the series 3-1 and only need one more game to win it all.
Dodgers fans were, of course, upset because they swept the Yankees in the first 3 games. The Yankees retaliated last night by winning the game 11-4. They face off again in New York tomorrow at 7:08 p.m.
And we know Texans love Texas, but when it comes to livability, the state didn't fare well in Rent Cafe's latest rankings. Out of 139 American metro areas, Dallas ranked highest for Texas, but still coming in at 72nd with decent scores in cost of living and healthy food access. Killeen and Austin followed at 106th and 109th.
Other Texas towns landed right at the bottom, with Brownsville, El Paso, and McAllen taking spots 137 through 139. These cities' unemployment rates are on par with cities more than triple their size. What's the most livable city in the U.S., you may be wondering? It's Portland, Maine.
The Austin Film Festival is still underway. It kicked off last week and will wrap up tomorrow. The festival has a long history of showcasing great screenwriting and filmmaking, bringing together film lovers everywhere.
This year's festival featured a film by recent UT grad and RTF student Xavier Ingram. His film was not only screened in the film festival, but won the Texas Short Film Award. He told Good Morning Longhorns what There's a Klansman in the Trunk is all about.
There's a Klansman in the Trunk is about a young black college student, and he survives an attempted lynching miraculously by these sort of wannabe modern-day Klansmen. And, after surviving, he takes one of them captive. And so the short film is basically following him and his friends as they wrap their minds around the situation that they're in and how they go about dealing with it.
Xavier said he's extremely grateful for the opportunity to have his film screened. If you would like to catch the film here in Austin, you've still got time. There's a Klansman in the Trunk will be screened at 4 o'clock today at the Long Center's Rollins Theater. After the break, it's all things Eras Tour. We have lots of entertainment stories coming your way. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back. Alex Warren, a popular social media influencer and musician, embarked on his first tour, making a notable stop here in Austin at Antone's. Known for his engaging personality and relatable music, Warren has cultivated a fond fan base over the years. His performances are a blend of heartfelt lyrics and dynamic energy as Warren engages with his fans throughout his performances. Fans we chatted with left the venue not only with forever memories, but also a deeper connection to Warren and his musical journey.
Got here early, had a little meet and greet with Alex, which was really cool at the beginning of it. He's a really friendly guy. Waited a little bit, the concert started, and from the jump, it was amazing. His vocals were incredible, his opener was incredible. The energy of the entire place was packed. Everyone knew the songs. There were a bunch of tears had throughout the concert, some for myself, but it was a blast, and I had a great time.
And on Monday night, pop sensation Sabrina Carpenter took the stage at the Moody Center, where fans lined up hours early to grab the best spots in the pit.
Our Brooke Patterson was there chatting with excited fans like the one you're about to see, who shared which song she was most looking forward to hearing.
I'm most excited about The Graces, probably, and then for her other album, I think the one is Decoded. I really like that one. And then my all-time favorite is Don't Smile. So that one's like, I'll probably cry. So I'm most excited about that one.
And if you're an avid follower of Taylor Swift's Eras Tour like me, you may have seen that Sabrina Carpenter spent her only day off on Saturday, joining Taylor on the stage in New Orleans' Caesars Superdome. I was lucky enough to be there, and during Taylor's acoustic session, where she usually does her surprise songs, she started singing Sabrina's hit song, Espresso. She then fooled us by calling Sabrina on a cell phone, urging to join her on stage. Then Sabrina popped up from underneath the stage right behind Taylor, and the two performed a mashup of songs, Espresso, Please Please Please, and Taylor's 1989 song, Is It Over Now? That was genuinely the best concert I've ever been to. Like, it was over 3 hours, but it felt like it lasted like an hour. Like, I wanted to be there forever. Some highlights from Taylor's performance are definitely when she thanked her fans for inspiring hope and, you know, just creating the friendship bracelet. Outside the Superdome, they had a huge friendship bracelet. Someone, like, made it. I don't know. It was crazy. It was, like, life-size, like, huge. But, yeah.
Just a bunch of life-changing memories last week for you, Polly.
Yeah, I'm sure you were annoyed by, like, my Instagram stories because I was going off.
No, I loved it all.
But yeah, kind of speaking of Halloween, some festivities are in full swing with some iconic costumes. From trending films this year like Saltburn or classics like Mr. and Mrs. Smith, people are full of creativity and how to best show off their Halloween spirit.
Take Alex Earl's Mad Forest party in Los Angeles this past weekend, where she completely transformed into the Cheshire Cat. Creativity and dedication to the costume are some common themes we are seeing here at GMLH, and we cannot wait to see the fun costumes UT students come up with this year.
Yeah, for sure. And costume ideas trending on social media right now include plays on the new hit TV series Monsters, featuring the Menendez brothers Case, Kesha, Ratatouille and a Chef, and more. Itza, what are you going to be dressing up as?
You know, I'm still in the works of one of my costumes, but I think that I'm going to do a Dia de los Muertos costume.
Oh,
I have like a fun little headpiece, might do some fun makeup and things like that.
Cute. Yeah, cool.
And these costume trends are definitely one to whip out this year. But what about costumes that were cute back in the day? We're flashing back to old GMLH team Halloween costumes from our young trick-or-treating days.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. These are so adorable.
Oh my gosh, I remember my mom would just like have me dress up as like little cowgirls or something. That's what this is reminding me of.
No, I you know, our parents would put us into anything. I think my brother was like a bunch of grapes one year when he was a little boy.
It's so cute. I love seeing like what little kids are wearing. Oh my gosh. I love these. Well, we hope you are enjoying this throwback moment. This is so cute.
For sure.
Oh, yes, Logan. That is adorable. Stop. I'm crying.
Logan, you're cute from the very beginning.
All right. Honestly, a favorite costume that I have ever been would be Barbie. Well, when we come back, we'll be carving pumpkins and decorating them just in time for Halloween. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Good Morning Longhorns. What better way to ring in the Halloween and fall spirit than with painting pumpkins?
We've got some fun design ideas with you. So how can you carve and decorate your pumpkins this Halloween season? Our Abby Signs is joining us here on set to join in on the fun. Thank you so much, Abby, and thank you so much for gathering and setting all of this up for us this morning. We're super excited for all of
Absolutely.
this.
Thank you so much for having me. I couldn't have had more fun being able to carve the Good Morning Longhorns pumpkin that y'all were able to see this morning. And so I have some fun designs this morning. So starting off with our little pumpkin, we already have a hook'em, our little Longhorn symbol right in the front. But we can absolutely go ahead and paint our hook'em so that we can continue this Longhorn spirit during the spooky season. And absolutely, going on to the bigger pumpkin, we have a spooky face, the traditional, but it never gets old. So I couldn't be more excited to be here today. And we have some colorful paintings right here. We have some blue, we have some brown, we have some pink, and some orange. So absolutely.
Oh my gosh, you know, I love painting. I feel like it's so, you know, like therapeutic, but I do not have a steady hand. That is one thing about me is that I do not have a steady hand.
Yes. No, Abby is great because she already like traced out. You probably can't see, but she kind of traced out the faces already. So I don't really have to do much because, yeah, I'm not very artistic. So
definitely setting it up and drawing it out with the pen beforehand can help you so much.
No, I love this.
So Abby, what are your Halloween plans?
Absolutely. So I actually plan to be a part of a little trunk or treat happening here in Austin. Yes, along with the Longhorn Band. So I couldn't be more excited for that trunk or treat and giving out candies to kids in the Austin area.
Wait, that
is
so
really
adorable.
sweet.
And that I can't believe Halloween's already tomorrow. Like
I know,
swear
can't
it's
believe
flown
it.
by so fast. Do y'all normally like leave out or decorate with like mini pumpkins? Like I guess the ones even smaller than that.
Yes,
I
absolutely.
feel like I always do that.
So I know a little family tradition back in my hometown is that we have a gathering where all the kids get to paint little pumpkins in the nearby park. So it's so much fun.
That is so sweet.
Getting to see the kids' faces and them enjoying painting the pumpkins during the spooky season. It's just all so great.
Oh, absolutely.
That's so cute. And I feel like the good thing about this is that all of these things are so inexpensive. Like I think we got all these supplies for like under $30. So it's such an easy, fun fall activity. And I'm so sad to say that this is all the time we have. Me and Itza definitely are going to finish painting these. But thank you so much for joining us this Wednesday. I'm Paulina Pearson.
And I'm Rita Martinez from all of our Good Morning Longhorns team. We'll see you back here in 2 weeks. Remember to tune in next Tuesday night starting at 8 p.m. for our election night special. For more news all the time, you can follow us on Instagram at Good Morning Longhorns and check us out at tstv.news online. Have a great Wednesday.